This is a demonstration created with 30 hands. I need an example, and so what I'm going to demonstrate here is how to make suet. Suet can mean a couple of things. Here I am referring to a form of feed for wild birds, and it has a heavy fat base and then usually other ingredients within this fat. It's particularly useful, at least in my opinion, in the winter when birds need a lot of energy if they're in a cold climate. I've probably been influenced by the many cooking shows that I've viewed, and here you kind of see, based on that technique, the apparatus and the ingredients for my suet. I'm going to make two kinds of suet, one that's fruit-based and one that's grain-based, and I'm using lard as the fat. I've been really testing this little project as something I might do with my grandkids. Now they're, in the 5-6-year-old range, and so I was somewhat concerned about the heat of the melted fat, in this case the lard, and I'm just curious about just how hot it would be. So here you see the lard now in a glass bowl. I'm going to melt it down, liquefy it in the microwave. The technique I'm using, I read about, it said, try about 30 seconds at a time. It will take, as it turned out, about 3 minutes to liquefy this lard. Once the lard has been liquefied, you can then add the other ingredients. For this version, I have mixed in just regular mixed bird food, wild bird food, and the melted lard actually cools down fairly quickly, but you do have some time to work with it. I would think young kids now could, if they're careful, under supervision, at least mix this up to be part of the process. After I let the mixture cool a bit more, I spooned it into these containers. These are individual yogurt containers. You probably have other kind of containers around that might also work. Cool Whip containers, a little larger, would be another practical an approach. There's lots of other kinds of things you can also do with this mixture. Kind of smear it on pine cones is one technique I've seen some people use. You also see here the two kinds of suet that I'm creating. One is the bird food mix, and the other is a fruit mix. It has a little oatmeal in it, but it's basically cranberries and apples. Sounds strange, but if you've ever purchased suet for wild bird food, you know that fruit mixtures are one option. Part of what I'm interested in doing here is a kind of a follow-up experiment to put these out and see what kind of bird is attracted to which version of the suet. This is the final stage. I tried to extract the suet from the container. It didn't come out exactly as easily as I would have liked. Actually, probably what I would do now in the future would be just to leave it in the container. On our deck where we watch the birds, on the railing we have several nails that in the summer we impale pieces of orange for the orioles. And probably what I will do is to just leave the suet in the container, kind of spike it on one of these nails, and just see if the birds will take it in that presentation. So this has been a demonstration of how to make suet for bird food, and a demonstration of 30 hands.